The Gospel of Mark begins with the introduction of John the Baptist, the prophet present at the beginning of all four Gospels, in the first books of John and Mark, and in the third of Matthew and Luke. He is depicted as something of an ascetic, clothed in camel's hair and a leather belt, and surviving on a diet of locusts and wild honey. Yet there is a confidence to his convictions. His faith in Jesus is unwavering. I am not worthy to stoop down and untie the thong of his sandals. His requests are indisputable. Prepare the way of the Lord. And his promises are almost unfathomable. He will baptize you with the Holy Spirit. In the wilderness, in times of darkness, how can one be so certain and optimistic? This year, 2020, has in various ways been exhausting for all of us. Personally, I know it has challenged my confidence at times in my convictions. It has been difficult to see the light at the end of the tunnel, as John saw in Jesus, and difficult to look forward with hope to an uncertain future. Finding confidence in the balance between socialization and social distancing has not been easy, and that balance is constantly in flux. Even our leaders have had to play this delicate balancing act in their decision-making. With such uncertainty, what can John the Baptist teach us about maintaining an optimistic attitude? Well, for one, John clearly had a higher purpose, preparing the way for God. While he was materially deprived, his why was immaterial and transcendent, which sustained him. I think this year, where we have all in various ways been a bit materially deprived, defining and refining our higher purpose is essential for maintaining mentally and spiritually strong. I think it's also important to point out that when imprisoned by Herod, even John the Baptist began questioning his faith. I think this shows that it's acceptable and understanding to question your beliefs, particularly in times of distress. More tellingly, I think, was Jesus' response. He responded not with a rebuke, but with a message of understanding and unconditional love. So above all, I think this goes to show that Jesus is there during suffering more than during times of success. He's there as a comforting presence. And combined with the initial Gospel of Mark, the message of Jesus' arrival comes from an impoverished voice in the wilderness. It goes to show that Jesus is there as hope during difficult times.